What is up? What is up, my dear? I'm back. Actually back. Like I said, I would be in the next read, in the previous read. You know, sometimes I'll be like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do an animal thing and don't be coming back and doing it. We here. We're going to pull us a Lilith card. Let's see what message she has for us on today. The previous read, it was given, you know, the energy may be still right now. These cards were mixed in. Wasn't expecting that. Didn't know these were missing from the Akashic Records deck that I've been keeping over here. Well, we have Karen Connection and Take the High Road. All right, so there's still some relationships. It feels as though the collective is releasing. Most likely having to do with a lover or a familial situation. Someone is very dear to you. But Spirit wants you to just take the high road in regards to that. Again, we're being still at this time. So if some bullshit pop off in regards to a connection, someone trying to pull you out of character, starting shit with you, take the higher road. Did I mix those cards in? Say I shouldn't have. It says you're at a impasse with the relationship or situation. Now it's the time to think bigger, release desired outcomes, and take the most positive course of action. And the current connection here says a new supportive relationship is on the horizon. So again, it's beautiful. Like you may have to take the high road in a current situation right now, but in a current connection, but I feel like there is another current connection, that caring connection that is coming in, that's supportive. It says it may be a kindred spirit or possibly even romance. It could be someone new or the deepening of an existing relationship. Open your heart to this new connection. In the previous read, we were talking about how there may be some relationships or connections in your life that are transitioning into just, they're going to be different. And it's going to be what you need, though. So it could be a romantic relationship transitioning into just a friendship. Or maybe a friendship transitioning into more of a romantic relationship. No matter what, though, trust in yourself, take the higher road. When it comes to the Lilith card, bottom of the deck, we have the Adam card. Underneath that, we have the Honor Your Individuality card here. And then for the read, we have Jupiter. So there's a lot of expansion going on right now, prosperity and growth. In the past, in the previous read, the More Growth is Needed card came out. So again, we may be experiencing a time of stillness, and that's only because there's more growth needed, more settling needed in regards to this major transformation that you are undergoing, have undergone. There's a lot of things that you've experienced over these, past 6 months, even going into last year, of course. But you can and you will get through this. You can and you will overcome the obstacles, and a breakthrough is at hand. Okay, this breakthrough of expansion, breakthrough of prosperity and growth is at hand. Okay, so let's get the Lilith guidebook. Hold on. Okay, 15 reduces to a 6. 6 brings about healing energy. It says the Adam Oracle card signals a time to heal your dark, divine, masculine shadow, a shadow that may originate with the father, paternal, or paternal ancestral patterns. and imbalances in relationships. So again, could deal with the Karen connection and take the higher road. There could be a lot of healing that you are experiencing in regards to patriarchy, overcoming patriarchy. Also, having to deal with a father figure. Maybe your father was not in your life in the way you needed him to be. Just because he was present physically doesn't mean he was there emotionally, mentally, and spiritually for you. So there's, some balance that is happening in that area, which is why you're, may just need to be still right now and kind of process everything. We also know that masculine energy is the energy about taking action. Right now, it's just not the time to take action. You're still healing that part. But again, a breakthrough is at hand. Expansion, prosperity, growth is at hand. Because I feel like you're about to really just heal that masculine shadow aspect of self. No matter male or female, we have masculine energy within us, and vice versa. Regardless if you're male or female, you have feminine energy within you as well. Left side represents the feminine, the right side of the body represents the masculine energy. Esoterically speaking, I believe, and we all know that majority of people are right-handed, right? So we do more things with our right hand, which kind of represents that action and masculine, the connection between action and masculine. Nevertheless, let's keep reading here. It says Adam's story can show us the toxicity that can develop around power struggles between masculine and feminine, and why it's important to heal it within. The Adam Oracle card raises the example of what not to do and encourages you to release toxic masculinity that has held you back in your life. Adam was the first man and counterpart to both Lilith and Eve. Oh, player, no. So you could have, been dealing with some infidelity in regards to masculine energy, and in that made you feel worthless. Not receiving that emotional support from the masculine energy. Had you experiencing low self-esteem in some way, shape, form, or fashion. But that's why it's important for us to heal the masculine energy within ourselves and embrace that self-love so that, we can fulfill that within ourselves. And once we heal it, we can attract a healed masculine. But also not settling with the bullshit, that bad behaviors or temper tantrums that maybe masculines in our lives may throw at us because we don't give them what they want, and so on and so forth. All right. In both biblical myths, he is portrayed as the defenseless man who just wanted submission from Lilith. He was then tempted into sin by Eve, who bit into the forbidden apple from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. So, in all the myths, it just portrays the feminine energy as, it portrays her as toxic, just because she doesn't want to be controlled by a masculine, not giving him what he wants, which is submission, or tempting him into betraying the Most High. And again, that just shows, in my opinion, insecurity within masculine energy. Like, why do you feel like you need someone to submit to you for you to feel powerful? Why are you not trusting your own self and allowing yourself to be coaxed into doing what you know isn't right? You need to trust in your own self. Be strong in your own self. Stop putting the blame on the woman or anything outside of yourself. It says both creation stories teach that women who don't submit to their husbands are evil, And if they are not controlled, they will tempt their husbands into sin. Kind of basically what I was kind of saying. Masculine energy as a concept, is used in occult teachings to describe efficiency, competition, and action. We were just talking about that as well. Feminine energy is associated with emotions, the senses, and feeling. Everyone has a level of masculine energy within them, no matter their gender identity. We just spoke about that as well. You can gain an understanding of your masculine energy in your birth chart by looking at the zodiac signs most present in your chart. The masculine signs of the zodiac are represented by the active air and fire signs: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Again, the masculine zodiac signs are Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Water and earth are the sensory feminine signs: Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Those are the feminine signs. Some of these are kind of a surprise to me. Not really much of a surprise. I just didn't know. I always thought of Capricorn as like a masculine sign, but it's a feminine sign. It's surprising. Even Taurus, I kind of seen it as a masculine sign, but it's a feminine sign. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, even Virgo. Virgo is kind of, I never really seen it as masculine or feminine, just a little bit of both. And maybe that's because, is Virgo a mutable sign? Mutable. Let me see. Hold on. It is a mutable sign, so kind of makes sense in a way of why, a little bit as to why it could be both, because Capricorn is cardinal. That does kind of cardinal, and then fixed. Fixed gives more of a masculine energy. Hold on. Yeah, so that theory doesn't really hold up much. So I'm not going to continue on that. Nevertheless, it says, stand in your own power through supporting and harmonizing with others. You're transmuting your dark divine masculine power into light. So again, the masculine energy is healing. Healing, patriarchy is healing. And in its coming out of its toxicity, I feel like that is where the masses can begin to experience this expansion, prosperity, and growth. So not only are masculines healing, but feminine energies are healing their masculine energy within. So let's go into the Jupiter description. It's a positive sign from the universe when the Jupiter card shows up in a reading. Jupiter is the 5th planet from the sun and the largest in the solar system. Just like its physical size, it manifests growth and expansion as it moves and speaks with the planets in your chart. Jupiter is here to light your way towards progress. You can feel the urge to delve into your spiritual and shadow work practice, or have the opportunity to teach others. We just spoke about healing the dark shadow masculine energy. So Jupiter is having us to dive into more spiritually into the shadow work of the masculine energy. I'm gonna read that sentence one more time. You can feel the urge to delve into your spiritual and shadow work practice, or have the opportunity to teach others. Jupiter represents knowledge and the higher perspective you gain from spiritual ascension. When this card appears, expect new people. Remember, we had the Karen connection, so there's going to be a new connection, a new supportive relationship that is on the horizon. So when this, and in the last read, we had soul family come out. So again, when this card appears, expect new people, places, and experience to come into your life and elevate your consciousness. Travel can be incredibly healing for you at this time, and the safe travels card came out in the last read as well. It says, in ancient Roman mythology, Jupiter was the king of the gods, known as Zeus in Greece. He controlled the sky, thunder, and weather. Jupiter rules over the optimistic fire sign of Sagittarius and the intuitive water sign of Pisces. Makes sense. We're in Pisces season, I believe. With each representing one of the planet's two sides. Sagittarius invokes the lucky, expansive side, while Pisces invokes the spiritual, intuitive, and imaginative side. In your birth chart, your Jupiter sign can indicate how you can create wealth, experience, and growth in your life. It reveals what comes easily to you, what your talent is, and your key to abundance. So we're about to tap more into what our talent is, seeing more what comes easily to us and how to maybe turn that into wealth to gain, positive experiences that brings wisdom and growth. Okay. And your key to abundance, again, finding out how to turn those things into wealth, into prosperity. It says, identify your Jupiter sign in your birth chart and check the following list to see how you manifest through this planet of growth. So it has all the signs. And try to get that clear. Not sure if you can see that, but we have the Jupiter. So if you know where Jupiter is in your birth chart, you can hopefully read that. And then here's the rest of it. At the top, the Jupiter sign. You can screenshot it and zoom in on it, perhaps, so that you can read it. Because I'm not going to read all of that. So hopefully you can see it. It says, a burst of luck and abundance is on its way. The universe is here to support you. So again, that's that breakthrough at hand that, we spoke about in the previous read. To this, let's pull out maybe a few cards and see if we have any messages that wants to come through in regards to, the masculine energy and also Jupiter. I want some more cards. Let me not look. Let me just feel. That's what I'm going to start doing. Just feeling and pulling. So, Spirit, in regards to this Adam card, the Dark Divine Father of Creation, do you have any messages that wants to come out in regards to that? Says they do not have good intentions. So you may, like I said, and when it comes to masculine energy in your life, you may feel like they don't have good intentions. You may not be trustworthy of a lot of masculine energy. But it says you will rise above that You will find peace in regards to that energy as you just kind of focus on yourself. It says, fuck love right now. Because the divine masculine energy still needs time to heal. We're still dealing with that energy of patriarchy or whatever. It still needs time to grow. It still needs more growth. And your energy needs to be protected right now. So there may be some masculine energies within your being, within your sphere of being right now that, don't have the best intentions. Their life may be falling apart due to karma, and know that karma is not punishment. It's just life rebalancing itself, and patriarchy has put things in an imbalance. So there's healing that needs to happen. So just be patient when it comes to masculine energy externally, but also the masculine energy within self, male or female, man or woman. Be patient with yourself, which again may be why you're kind of at a standstill right now. There's still some healing needing to happen. It says, archangels, please take my worries, fears, and uncertainties. Please take the concerns of my heart. So the archangels, just call in the archangels to help cover the masculine energies within your life and also within yourself, and to help heal that. It says, impatience clouds your faith and makes you restless. So, just kind of step away from, certain masculine energy at this time. Don't be too attached to it. It will heal. Like I said, you will rise. Like you're putting their happiness before your own. That could be an issue as well. You may be putting the happiness of some masculines around you. You're putting their happiness before your own, and it's time for you to focus on yourself if you are a woman. It's a simple mistake. The society has been programmed to enable, to coddle masculine energy, to feel like you are obligated to submit to masculine energy. And it's just, the other half of you. Is no particular energy is above or better than the other. Both are needed and both need each other. We have brother here, so you could have some toxicity in regards to thoughts of a brother energy as well. But again, with the simple mistake, be gentle with yourself. And this is for any masculine energies that may be watching. Things may be, falling away right now, but this is to bring you inward, to begin to do the self-work, to bring more self-awareness to, your life. Okay? It says you are and have always been an exception to the rule. Okay? So, when it comes to, for me, I was thinking about, black men, they're men, but they don't have that same kind of respect, I feel, when it comes to just the world at large due to racism and things like that. But you are healing, okay? It says you're making me look bad. Don't stop blaming other people, okay? Just like the Adam card says, with Lilith not submitting and so-called Eve, so-called tempting the Adam. It's like, no, she's not making you do anything. She didn't put a gun to your head. Stop trying to blame external situations. And we have liberator here. Liberate yourself. Okay. Let's get into this Jupiter energy. Jupiter is bringing in the energy of liberation, also expansion and growth. Okay. So it's time for you to look within yourself and begin to liberate yourself Pray to the archangels to take away your worries, your fears, and your uncertainties, to just take away the concerns of your heart and allow deep spiritual transformation to happen. We're shifting from wanting to having. The masculine energies are undergoing a deep spiritual transformation, undergone a deep spiritual transformation, which may be why your feelings are all over the place, maybe irrational. Know that it's okay to feel that way, but you need to ask yourself, why do you feel that way? Have you been looking at society and going along with what society says versus truly looking within yourself and seeing what's true for you, what's real for you, what fits you? It says talk with your Ori. You need to have a talk with your higher self. And then perhaps maybe a person outside of you that may have whomever that maybe have triggered these irrational feelings, which could be, a father figure or something like that. There may be a conversation you need to have with a father figure, a father. Perhaps your father is passed on, but you need to make peace with that energy. And look, again, I said this earlier, karma isn't punishment. It's just a necessary rebalancing. So you need to sit within that energy. Okay, so it says, when did they appear? When did they start supporting you? If they started supporting you, is it genuine? Have discernment, no self-worth. So this could have to do with, our women, the feminine energy. When it comes to a particular masculine energy, just question yourself, take inventory on this person, and make sure of their intentions. Because remember, they do not have good intentions. So make sure the masculine energies in your life are truly here to support you. And if not, remove them so that you can tap into this energy of expansion and growth. So that you can shift your reality with your thoughts. Okay? Bottom of the deck, wondering, analyzing, worrying, rationalizing, or just in avoiding the inevitable. You need to just walk away, leave well enough alone, and just start focusing on a more positive, potent act that frees stuck energy. And this goes for the masculine energy as well. You may be wandering, trying to analyze things too much. Just forget the brainwashing of society and look within yourself and find your true authenticity. What's true for you, not what the gender roles that society has placed on you. Don't feel like you have to be trapped into that box. Create your own box, because like it says, you are and have always been an exception to the rule, each and every one of us. So you don't have to accept the rules that society has placed upon you. That's a heavy burden, more heavy than you even know. So, share your emotions, be more emotional, express your emotions. It's time to free that stuck energy. Release the mentality that you may have when it comes to women and maybe demonizing them or just looking at them as property. It's time to challenge those ideals because it's unfair. It's unfair to you. It's unfair to the feminine energy within you as well. Know that every time you demonize a woman, you're still demonizing yourself in some way, shape, form, or fashion, because we all carry both energies within us. Okay, so it's time to face that energy so that we can expand and grow and truly experience prosperity. Right? When did that idealism appear? Who brought that to you? Is this something that you witnessed for yourself, or is this something that was programmed into you? And so when you're programmed to think a certain way, because remember, your thoughts can shift reality. So when you're programmed that way, your thoughts are formed in that way, and so you create your reality to bring that to you. It's time for you to liberate that, your mind, and ask the archangels to take those worries and those fears and the concerns of your heart and help you to deal with that distrust that you may have of feminine energy, but also recognize how much weight and responsibility you're putting onto her when you need to take responsibility for your own thoughts and actions. Okay, you may need to walk away from that old thinking with confidence and know that a better way of thinking, a better replacement will come. It's time for you. It says you share so much love. You have so much love within you that I feel like you're not releasing and not sharing because it doesn't feel masculine, but that mentality is creating conflict, right? It has you constantly in this energy of worrying, analyzing, wondering, trying to rationalize, those old patriarchal ways of operating. And there's no rationalizing that. Some of the things that society has programmed into our mind isn't rational at all. It's time to purge that. It says you have purged. It's time for you to purge that. I feel like, the masculine energy may have been working to purge that. When it comes to they do not have good intentions. You may feel that about feminine energy because of the Lilith and Eve stories. But know that a lot of religions are man-made and it's just not rational. It's not a rational way of thinking. Everybody, you can't put everybody in one box, So it's time to face that darkness. And when you do, you will be liberated as you have successfully faced your darkness. And if you hadn't done the work, it's time to go ahead and do that. It says emotions and desires sync up, empowering. It says take the steps that you hesitated to take. And that could be, putting your emotions out there, being vulnerable with the feminine energies in your life. Embracing your feminine energy. Speak life into the women around you instead of, what a lot of the media likes to say and call them bitches and whores and all of that. It's time for the masculine energy to speak life into the feminine energy. It makes me think of this song by the Jones Girl. There won't be peace on earth till man's at peace with woman. There'll never be peace on this ground till man and woman sit down. Master teacher, it's time for you to step into your master teacher energy. Be deserving of someone to submit to. But you have to be in tune with your energy. You need to be balanced within your masculine and your feminine energy. It says, look at offers as a king, not a worker. You know, ask yourself, how does this benefit me? You know, how does calling all women and women whores and bitches benefit you? You know, it's time for you to put standards on your dick too. You know what I'm saying? Have more standards for yourself. Get more control over your loins and not just, you know, trying to cover up your hurt by just sleeping with a lot of different women. It's time for your self-love. Your self-love needs to be on 10. Again, it's time for the masculine energy to heal himself, to heal that mentality that society has put on you, that you should be a philanderer and a womanizer. Like, no. Okay? We have here the card says energy flows down the right side of the body and up the left side of the body. And it's just about balance as well. So you can just imagine energy flowing in your body, flowing down the right, and just imagine that circular energy going around, stimulating and balancing yourself. Balancing. And it's just a card of balance. It's time for the masculine energy to tap more into the feminine energy, to see things from her perspective a little bit more and stop blaming women for their stupidity. Their temper tantrums that they may throw because a woman doesn't submit to them or a woman doesn't give them what they want when they hadn't showed themselves worthy to have that. And it's, you know, Spirit says you can do this. You can do it. You know, it's going to take some patience. Spirit wants you to be more patient with yourself, for one, but also patient with feminine energy as well. Look at, you know, how she's been demonized in religion and just constantly in media. And if you do that, you can tap into this energy of bliss. Start living a more blissful life and having more blissful experiences with with feminine energy within self and externally. We also have the Shaktipat card here. It says transmission of grace. It's time for you to give more grace to the feminine energy. Give more grace to yourself. It says an enlightening gift of mastery. So tap into this and the enlightenment of this message and give yourself the gift of mastery. Begin to master yourself. It says empowers to instinctively seek more conducive environments rather than damaging ourselves trying to adapt to external situations or societal values. Okay, a lot of the masculine energy, I feel, is damaging themselves trying to adapt to societal values versus in following their instincts to truly love and care for and take you know, protect that feminine energy and value, you know, her expressions, value her emotions and all that she brings. Okay? And weeding out the stragglers in your circle. If you have some women in your life that are imbalanced, speak life into her. Don't talk down on her. Love her. Be gentle with her. Give her grace. Understand all of the negativity that she has to face. And you can do that when you begin to balance the feminine energy within yourself. We have D, N, and V. If you put an M in the middle, DMV, it's domestic violence. You know what I'm saying? And they're, you know, look, it says people tired of this person's attempts to slander you, right? Get tired of people slandering women, because it's slandering you as well, your feminine side. And you may be tired of people slandering you as well, but that's because of what you have taken on, perhaps in regards to society. Right? And the feminine energy is rising at this time. So it's time for you to purge those old ways of thinking. Stop trying to treat women as basic bitches or whatever, or treat women lower than you, because that would be a big mistake, and it will keep you in a toxic cycle. All right? And you've been hurt by this toxic cycle, whether you know it or not. It says hurt so much. Don't realize how disassociated you are. You've been hurt so much, maybe by society and the way in your thoughts and how it's trained you, because your thoughts create your reality. So your thoughts have been creating a reality where you may have experienced a lot of hurt from feminine energy within you. But it's time for you to balance and ground your energy by, again, understanding. Try to understand the feminine energy more. Maybe your mother didn't treat you in the way that she should have treated you. Maybe she put men before you, but you got to understand that's what patriarchy trained her to do. It trained her to submit to men, even men that aren't worthy, So you need to apply that to yourself as well, and understand, not from a child, but understand why she did that, and look at how maybe you treat women and expect them to submit to you when, so speak life. Okay. Look at that. It's beautiful. It says, give yourself the chance to live again. Give yourself a chance to undergo a rebirth, and take advantage of this Jupiter energy that is making itself present to help you to expand your thinking, expand your mind, and to grow and to experience prosperity and a chance to really live again. Okay. It says, sage yourself. You've picked up some energy from someone, perhaps society and media. Say it's time for you to cleanse your energy. If you're a man, start again tapping into the energy of spirituality, which can be feminine in a way. It's time for you to tap into your feminine energy and buy you some sage. Sage your home, sage your body, go over your body with the sage. And when you do sage your home, make sure you open up a window so that those negative energies, thoughts, and thought forms can leave, because that sage, negative energy, it goes crazy, it goes wild, and it seeks any way to try to escape it. Open up a window, open up a door so that energy can leave. Imagine and visualize that those negative ideals and that idealism leaving you as you sage yourself as well. So yeah, you have wolf in sheep clothing, September, and also forgive and keep it moving. Forgive yourself, forgive maybe any women that have come up in your life as wolves in sheep clothing. Forgive your mother with the inner child triggered. You may be triggered by, feminine energies you come in contact with because of your thoughts, thinking of all women as bitches and hoes. So you're going to attract that into your reality. Release and purge that thinking, and know that spirit will provide what you need, the support you need or require for your soul to thrive as you grow through this time of purging and transition. Okay, so this card says connected at a time when you need it. So maybe this reading and this connection, or the connection that you're making in between your own inner feminine and how women external to you show up, Perhaps there's a connection happening right now that is needed. It says you have ascended and evolved. You have ascended or evolved. Okay. Once you make this connection, it will allow you to ascend and evolve. It says it's unwise to stay any longer. So it's unwise to stay in this mentality any longer. Okay. It was patriarchy was for a season, but now it's time for things that toxicity to shift, and for there to be more balancing. Okay, Saturn has you confronting all your doubts and your fears, because it's time for you to step into who you were born to be and the person that you come here to be, and to assist humanity in its growth and moving forward. Tap into meditation, do some studying on meditation and breathing exercises as well, because that can help you balance out your emotions, to understand your emotions, to help you get in tune with your emotions a little bit more. Again, that feminine energy, tap into your feminine side, and become the earth angel that you come here to be. It's time for you to stretch your earth angel wings. Patience keeps coming up. Okay? It says they are thinking about you. Root chakra. It's time for you to ground yourself. Okay? And then again, that deals with the sexual organs as well. It's time for you to get more control over that. This peen, angina, ovary, testes, hip area, spine, base of your hand. I keep cutting to that patience card. I'm seeing the Aries energy here, which is masculine energy. It's time to stop being that bull, headstrong and impatient, working out of pride and being quick-tempered. And it's time to balance that out with the feminine energy. So let's get the healing happening. Not only with the men, but women, and you balancing out and healing your inner masculine energy. You got some women out there that are pick-me's and have, internalized misogyny. It's time to overcome that and to speak life into the feminine energy around us. Take responsibility in assisting her in her healing by healing your own inner feminine. Okay, so that's what I have. I'm going to leave it right there. Hope that helped in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Love you all, and until next time. Peace.